Hi there. So today I wanted to talk about something that is more so for women. So, guys, you might not want to listen to this. It's a little graphic, a little TMI, but I wanted to share my experience as a woman, before clean diet, now, post clean diet or present clean diet. I wanted to talk about menopause and I wanted to talk about menstruation, our monthly period and how it affects motherhood, and the diet, how that affects your moods and that kind of stuff. So, first and foremost, I will be 40 in September. I had a baby at 35, and I have had autoimmune issues my entire life since I was just a wee one. So close to the time when I had my little guy at 35, I had two babies at 19 and 21. Just had normal periods, throughout my adult life. And after I had Ashton at 35, my body started really changing. And I noticed that my periods weren't as regular, and I just had a lot of cramping. My bleeding was not bright red like it was before. It was a lot of brown, kind of sludgy, and wasn't lasting as long. So I felt as though I wasn't getting like cleaned out, and I felt like my insides probably weren't as healthy, or my whole system wasn't as healthy as it should be. And I thought, oh my gosh, like I'm going to go through menopause at like 35, 36 years old, and this is kind of crazy. So, I, dealt with that for the next a couple of years while I went on to medications and injections and all this stuff for my arthritis and all the inflammation. So, a year and a half ago, when I started the AIP diet and all my inflammation was gone, it also really changed my periods. They are now like clockwork. They became bright red, healthy, flowing, much different. And so that made me feel like my body was much healthier. I mean, I know that it was anyway, but that part of me also needed a revamp or a revive. um, I also, before the diet, was starting to grow hair in certain places that I wasn't before, like down on my toes, my upper lip. um, and I, had never had that problem. So between the brown periods, the hair, and my body feeling sluggish, my hair was starting to thin, like in here, um, which I also have thyroid issues, so that could have been from that also. I started the diet, and my hair grew back in. My periods changed, and the hair growth slowed down and eventually stopped. So I almost feel as though I reversed the beginning of menopause. And my body has always been like a little bit older than my chronological age. Like I feel young and I've always had a lot of energy, but my skin has always been a little older. My eyes started to go bad a few years before you normally would. Like I'm wearing readers 2 or 3 years earlier than most people normally do. I went to the ophthalmologist. That's what she told me. Um, and so I thought, well, with all the inflammation I've always had in my body, it, kind of makes sense. It's not really surprising that my body would start to go through that change a little earlier. Maybe it was a pregnancy at 35 that started to do that. I don't know. So, menopause, perimenopause, whatever, I guess I stopped that. Hopefully, we're holding that off for a long time. My periods, monthly menstruation changed, got better, is much healthier. And also, in addition to that, the diet has allowed me to get more sleep. I didn't ever sleep very well. I wouldn't sleep through the night. I was a very light sleeper to the point where, like, it was raining, it would wake me up. Something made a noise, it would wake me up. I was always like on edge with my anxiety. So my anxiety is better. My depression is better. My PMS is nothing like it used to be. I don't have these highs and lows. My hormone levels aren't crazy fluctuating, which is awesome. Um, so because I have less anxiety, if I had any depression or whatever, that is better, or evened out, I guess you could say. I have a better outlook on life, and everything is more positive. And since my anxiety is lower, I'm better able to handle situations, handle my relationships. I can be a better mom for my children. I can handle my household better. I can handle schedules better. So basically, like, happier mom, happier family, happier children, just better all around. And not to mention that eating better and sleeping better and having better relationships also improves your libido. Your sex drive is better. You have more energy to have sex, you have more desire to have sex, and your actual hormones are working better in your body, making you want it more, it be more pleasurable, you know. Not to mention the fact that when you eat clean, your body actually physically looks more in a way that makes you more confident, which also increases your libido because it's up in here and it's in your hormones and it's down there. And so, just overall, AIP diet, paleo diet, some type of really clean diet, clean your body out, it's just great.